There are fears we keep hidden, anxieties without concrete form, merely a chill that traces its way down the spine when we gaze up at the night sky. The universe is a mirror, reflecting both our magnificent grandeur and our desperate insignificance. But what if that mirror began to reflect something else? It was Christmas Eve, 1968, a period etched into the collective human consciousness, not by carols or festive cheer, but by a vision of profound, humbling beauty. High above the lunar surface, the Apollo 8 crew orbited our desolate satellite, preparing for the iconic photograph that would forever change our perception of home. Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders. 3 men, suspended in an inky blackness, witnessing a sight no human eye had ever beheld from such a vantage. Bill. Anders, his face pressed against the cold glass of the spacecraft window, felt an unfamiliar tremor. It wasn't the vibration of the craft, nor the chill of the vacuum outside. It was a primal awe, tinged with something colder, something approaching terror. He reached for his camera, the lens a greedy eye against the vast expanse. And then, it rose, a marble of cerulean and white, swirled with ochre deserts and emerald forests, emerging from behind the pockmarked gray desolation of the moon. Earthrise, the photograph, when it was finally disseminated, became an instant icon, a testament to humanity's fragile beauty. It sparked an environmental movement, a global recognition of our shared, solitary vessel. But for Anders, in that moment, it was more. It was a revelation and a confession. He remembered the click of the shutter, the precise moment the light imprinted itself onto the film. And later, in the countless analyses of that world-altering image, no one ever spoke of it. A minuscule, barely perceptible black speck, fleetingly crossing the Earth's shadowed limb, an insignificant anomaly dismissed as cosmic dust or a camera flaw. A whisper from the void, lost in the overwhelming majesty of the shot, a detail too small, too fleeting, to be anything more than an optical illusion, or so they told themselves. In the stark silence of space, there was no sound to soften the blow of what they saw. Not a blue jewel, radiant and inviting, but a lonely ship adrift in a bottomless ocean. The silence itself was a presence, heavy and absolute, pressing against the very fabric of their beings. It wasn't the roar of launch or the triumphant crackle of mission control. It was the chilling, omnipresent absence of sound that truly defined the void. It made the Earth, our vibrant, teeming home, seem impossibly small, impossibly vulnerable. This, then, is astrophobia, the fear of space, of celestial bodies. A dread not born of tangible monsters or immediate danger, but from the very essence of existence, the emptiness, the solitude, the boundless scale. It is the understanding that our existence is a speck, our history a blink, our triumphs swallowed by a silence so profound it aches. Beyond the Earth and its stoic lunar companion, our solar system unfurls like a grand, unsettling tapestry. We know their names, we chart their courses, but the more we learn, the more they shed their familiar guises and don masks of the uncanny. They are like reflections in a warped mirror, almost home, but fundamentally, chillingly, other. Take Mars, the red planet. Its rusted, dusty plains, carved by ancient rivers, scarred by meteorites, offer a tantalizing glimpse of a terrestrial past. It looks like a desert, vast and silent, echoing the arid landscapes of Earth. Yet it is utterly devoid of life, a silent testament to a planetary death. The rovers that traverse its surface send back images of breathtaking desolation, of a world that feels abandoned, frozen in a perpetual twilight of what might have been. It is a lonely sentinel, hinting at a future that could one day be ours. A grim whisper of entropy. Then we turn our gaze to the Titans, the gas giants. Jupiter, the colossal king, and Saturn, the ringed monarch. They lack a solid surface, offering no ground to stand upon, no firmament beneath our feet. Instead, they are swirling maelstroms of hydrogen and helium, held together by gravitational forces so immense they would crush any terrestrial vessel, any human body, into an unimaginable pulp. To fall into Jupiter would be to descend into a bottomless mouth, an endless maw of unfathomable pressure and toxic atmosphere, a gargantuan entity, perpetually consuming itself in a dance of atmospheric chaos. And from Jupiter, from the swirling vortex of its great red spot, a phenomenon of staggering scale, we once captured an anomaly, not a visual distortion, but a strange wave signal, a low, resonant thrumming, unlike any natural radio emission. Scientists attributed it to atmospheric disturbances, to the sheer, incomprehensible power of the storm. But some, the quiet ones who listened late into the night, swore it sounded like a distorted sigh, a mournful exhalation from the very core of the giant, a whisper from a behemoth. Further out, in the frigid reaches of the solar system, lie Neptune and Uranus. Distant, ice-blue orbs, their hues a stark contrast to the absolute blackness of the void around them. Their immense distance only amplifies the sense of isolation. They are icy graves, silent and indifferent, vast monuments to cold and emptiness guarding the fringes of our system. These giants are not just planets. They are gatekeepers. They are the colossal sentinels of something larger, something far, more terrifying that lurks in the unfathomable darkness beyond. Their very existence, their sheer scale and hostile nature, are a constant reminder of our fragility, a chilling premonition of the universe's true, uncaring face. It is astromegalophobia, the fear of vastness, twisting with the dread of being crushed, swallowed by an endless, indifferent abyss. The further we peer into the cosmos, the more profound the dread becomes. Our smallness, once a humbling thought, transforms into a chilling terror. From the distant vantage of Saturn, the Cassini spacecraft once captured an image that resonated with a quiet, profound despair. A tiny, almost imperceptible pale blue dot nestled within the magnificent ethereal rings of the gas giant. This was our Earth, our home, the entirety of human history, every memory, every war, every love, every joy, every sorrow condensed into that single faint pixel. It was the pale blue dot, revisited by Cassini, a stark reminder of our cosmic irrelevance. Looking at it, one cannot help but feel the immense weight of that smallness. All our grand narratives, our struggles for meaning, our passionate beliefs, they all existed within that minuscule point of light. The sheer fragility of it, a fleeting motes of dust in the vast, indifferent cosmic winds, is almost unbearable. The universe is not merely vast, it is actively hostile. Gamma-ray bursts, unleashed by the death throes of massive stars, can sterilize entire galaxies. Rogue asteroids and comets, remnants of cosmic creation, hurtle through space, capable of wiping out all life in a single, fiery impact. Supernovae, black holes, the very expansion of the universe. These are not distant theoretical constructs. They are tangible threats, ever present, reminding us that we are not masters of this domain, but rather homeless wanderers, utterly at the mercy of the universe's whims. We are tenant farmers on a celestial sphere, subject to the indiscriminate wrath of the cosmos. This is the terror of insignificance, the dread of meaninglessness, the fear that everything we have ever known could vanish in an instant, unmourned and unremembered. It's the whisper that echoes in the deepest chambers of our hearts. We are alone, and we are expendable. Venturing further still, beyond the familiar, the universe unfurls wonders that defy our terrestrial logic, nightmares that stretch the very limits of human comprehension. Here, the bizarre becomes the norm, and the impossible is simply another facet of cosmic reality. Consider Gliese 436b, the burning ice planet. A world where water, under immense gravitational pressure and extreme temperatures, exists as a solid state, despite being hotter than boiling water on Earth. Its surface, if one could even call it that, is a paradoxical landscape of frozen flames, where ice burns. It is a terrifying contradiction, a brutal testament to the universe's disregard for our earthly rules. To witness it is to confront a phenomenon so utterly unnatural, so fundamentally alien, that it induces a profound sense of disorientation, a chilling confusion at the boundaries of what we thought we knew. The universe, it screams, does not adhere to our physics, our expectations. Then there is Jtasi 400 dubbed the Lord of the Rings. This exoplanet dwarfs Saturn, its magnificent ring system spanning tens of millions of kilometers. Imagine standing within those rings. Our Earth would be nothing more than a lost, insignificant speck of dust, adrift in a dizzying cosmic vortex. Its sheer, impossible scale is enough to induce vertigo, a sense of being utterly swallowed by its grandeur, yet also by its monstrous indifference. But perhaps the most profound terror lies in the heart of darkness itself, the black hole. Melanoheliophobia, the fear of black holes, is a primal dread. Take TON 618, a supermassive black hole with a mass estimated at 66 billion times that of our Sun. It is not merely a void, but a tear in the very fabric of reality, a place where the laws of physics contort into an incomprehensible ballet of destruction. Nothing escapes, not light, not time, not information. They are the ultimate cosmic predators, devouring stars, galaxies, and the very concept of existence. And from the event horizon of one such devouring entity, a black hole feasting on a star, distorted information was once observed. Not data in any coherent sense, but a series of elongated, strained groans, stretching across millions of light years. It was not the sound of matter being compressed, but a resonance that hinted at something deeper, something beyond the physical, a whisper of agonizing consumption, a cosmic scream of ultimate destruction. The universe, then, is not merely a repository of life. It is a colossal graveyard of the impossible. It contains not just the marvelous, but the grotesque, the chaotic, and the utterly annihilating. It is a constant reminder that our understanding is limited, our existence fragile, and our future uncertain. The vastness of the cosmos is almost too great to comprehend. We have only glimpsed a fraction of the observable universe, a paltry bubble in an ocean of infinite possibilities. Even within this sliver, there are billions of galaxies, trillions of planets. The sheer statistical probability suggests that life, intelligent life, should be abundant. So, where is everyone? This is the Fermi paradox, the chilling question that haunts every astronomer, every philosopher who gazes at the stars. If the universe is so vast, why are we so terribly alone? We measure civilizations by the Kardashev scale, a theoretical ranking of a civilization's technological advancement based on the amount of energy it can harness. Humanity, we estimate, is barely a type 0.7, a fledgling species still tethered to its home planet. Type 1 civilizations can utilize all the energy of their home planet. Type 2, their star. Type 3, their entire galaxy. Such advanced civilizations should be easily detectable, their cosmic footprints undeniable. Yet, silence, an echoing, terrifying silence. This brings us to the Great Filter Hypothesis, a concept that whispers the most unsettling possibilities. Perhaps the universe is too hostile and life is incredibly rare, a fluke of cosmic chance. Or, more terrifyingly, there is a great filter, an insurmountable barrier that prevents civilizations from advancing beyond a certain point. And we, humanity, may be rapidly approaching it. Perhaps other civilizations did exist, reaching the precipice of advanced technology only to vanish without a trace. A cosmic guillotine, poised to fall on any species that reaches a certain stage of development. In our hubris, we launched the Voyager 1 spacecraft, carrying the golden record, a message in a bottle cast into the cosmic sea. Sounds, images, music, a portrait of humanity, sailing into the abyss. Will anyone ever receive it? Or will it drift forever in the profound silence, a final testament to a civilization that once feared its own solitude? Perhaps the most chilling thought is not that it will be ignored, but that it will be received, and the recipients already know the answer to the Fermi paradox, an answer that fills the void with a deeper dread than silence. A whisper sent across the cosmos, but to whom? And with what message? This is the fear of absolute loneliness, the despair of insignificance, and the terrifying possibility that our existence is a fleeting candle against an infinite darkness, the fear that we may never find another soul in this cosmic ocean, or worse, that we might find evidence of a terrible fate that awaits us all. Space, we are told, is a vacuum, a realm of absolute silence where sound, as we understand it, cannot travel. Yet this comforting notion is a lie. For when we translate the electromagnetic waves that pulse through the cosmos into audible frequencies, what we hear is far more terrifying than anything we have ever seen. From Jupiter, we have captured electromagnetic emissions converted into sound. What emerges is not a majestic symphony, but a distorted, unsettling chorus. Like chirping birds, but twisted, stretched, and slowed, reminiscent of a monstrous entity mimicking a child's song, a grotesque parody of innocence. The dread here is not just in the sound itself, but in the unsettling nature of deception, the terrifying mimicry that hints at an intelligence far beyond our ken, playing a cruel, cosmic joke. Ganymede, Jupiter's largest moon, has also whispered, to us, a faint, distorted moan, a lingering resonance without a clear source, echoing from its icy depths. Is it geological, electromagnetic, or something else entirely, a lament from beneath the ice, a sound that should not exist? But it is, the sound from the Perseus galaxy cluster that truly chills the blood. The central supermassive black hole, devouring matter, creates pressure waves that ripple through the hot gas of the cluster. When these waves are amplified millions of times, they become audible. A profound, ancient growl, a guttural thrum that sounds like the very voice of the universe consuming itself. It is the sound of absolute, ceaseless hunger, a fundamental predator at the heart of existence. And within that abyssal growl, for a fleeting, almost imperceptible instant, a faint, weak sound was detected. Not a distinct language, not a signal, but a transient whisper like a breath or a word on the edge of the comprehension, quickly swallowed by the crushing cosmic roar. It was a momentary anomaly, dismissed as noise, but for those who heard it, the question lingered. Was it merely interference, or was it a whisper that escaped the maw of the black hole, a sound that no one was meant to hear? A fleeting echo of something ancient, something that has always been listening. This is the fear that not only do we see the terrifying, but we hear it, the profound horror of realizing that the universe is not truly silent, but that it breathes, growls, and whispers its terrible secrets, secrets that were never meant for human ears. Astrophobia, then, is not an irrational fear. It is a deeply logical, primal response to the overwhelming, often terrifying reality of our existence. It is the fear of the unknown writ large, the dread of our own cosmic insignificance. Yet, there is a strange allure to it, a compelling draw that pushes us to explore, to understand. In virtual reality games like Elite Dangerous, one can experience this dread firsthand. The dizzying jump to warp speed, the sudden violent transitions between star systems, the breathtaking yet terrifying vistas of ringed planets and distant nebulae. It gives us a visceral taste of the universe's terror, but also its undeniable, unparalleled majesty. It forces us to confront the enormity, the hostility, and the bewildering beauty. The universe, in its terrifying splendor, is a canvas of unanswered questions. The latest images from the James Webb Space Telescope, dazzling mosaics of distant galaxies and nebulae, are not just photographs. They are cosmic interrogations, each star a question mark, each galaxy an enigma. As Carl Sagan, the great cosmic poet, once reminded us, the cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. It is a profound, comforting thought, a beacon in the vast darkness. Our loneliness in the universe, the unsolved mysteries, the eerie sounds from the void. We cannot escape them. We must confront them, because perhaps the most terrifying thing is not the vastness of the universe, but the chilling realization that we might be the only ones truly listening to its echoes. For the strange whispers heard from Jupiter and the black hole, the fleeting black speck in the Earthrise photograph, perhaps these were not mere coincidences. Perhaps the universe is not entirely silent. Perhaps someone or something has always been listening, and perhaps it's just now beginning to reply.